Expedite, the pre-workout, is designed to really help you get through those moments where you feel a little fatigued. Sometimes your body does get a little tired, you know, it gets a little sore. But this kind of stuff picks you right back up.
What's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas here in Los Angeles, checking in with Leo Santa Cruz. And Leo, fans last saw you as the co-main event for the Wilder versus Ortiz 2 fight. Yeah. I know, and I've heard that you've been training now, yes, and that you've started kind of like a pre-camp to loosen up, right?
Yes, yeah. You know, I always like to pre-camp. You know, I want to go in there and start hard already. You know, the hard work. I want to take it little by little and, you know, learn and get my body back in rhythm.
So from up to this point, since the last fight, have you just been relaxing, been chilling?
Yeah, I've been relaxing, you know, spending time with the family. I was, you know, Christmas with them and New Year's, and took them to places, and just been enjoying time with the family, and now getting back to the gym and, you know, start training again.
Where'd you guys go?
I took them to Legoland. I took them just to, you know, different Chuck E. Cheese and stuff like that, and so for them to have fun, yeah.
Do they get scared by the animals at Chuck E. Cheese?
The little one, yeah, she does. You know, because they start moving, and then when I get close to them, she'll start like crying. But then she'll be like, from far away, she'll be like looking at them. Yeah.
Oh, well, they're scary though. Like they look weird. They're not like how they look at Disney. Like the Disneyland characters look all like nice and stuff like that, but the Chuck E. Cheese ones, they look a little weird.
They do, yeah. I think that's what scares her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the time off obviously is meant to rest. For you to get ready for a potential fight. Yeah. Now I'm hearing, and you told me too, like May's the target date, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard. You know, I said, I want to know the date when I might go back, because I want to start training it to see how much time I'm gonna have so I could know how much time I have to get ready. And then they told me that it's gonna be maybe in May. Yeah, not for sure yet, but mostly it's for sure on May. Yeah.
The opponent potentially Gervonta Davis, right? That's who you're targeting?
Yeah, that's what we're targeting. That's what we asked for. We said we want to fight Gervonta. They told me yeah. So now I think it's just a matter of that they're going to talk to him, to their team, and see if they want it or if they could make it.
On that end, if they want it or not, when are you going to hear that the fight has been accepted and this thing becomes official?
Probably in this couple of weeks, maybe this week, next week. We're just waiting for the answer and to start getting ready. And probably this, maybe 2 weeks.
Have you heard on their end, though, that they do want the fight and they're interested and they are going to take it more than likely?
Yeah, I think I'm more likely they're going to take it. You know, Gervonta has been saying that he doesn't want to fight me. Leonard Ellerby, he's saying that he will want that fight too. So I'm pretty sure it's a matter of that when and what weight or stuff like that. And yes, I think they're going to say yes.
Now, a lot of people don't want to fight Tank because he's a big puncher. And people even like watching this interview would be like, Leo, why Tank, man? That's a dangerous fight. It's a hard fight. Like, why do you want to go against a guy like that?
Yeah, I know it's a hard fight and everything, but, you know, I want to take that fight because, you know, people have been saying that I'm scared. That I'm scared to fight champions. That I'm scared to fight big names, and I want to prove them that I'm not scared, you know, and who else than a big name like Tank Davis. He's the most dangerous fighter. You know, they're saying I'm scared of Gary Russell. I'm not scared of Gary Russell. It's just that the fight hasn't been able to be made. You know, I've been asking for him. I've been asking for the big names, for Oscar Valdez, Gary Russell, and, you know, and the rematch against the third fight against Carl Frampton, Josh Warrington, all the big names, but they can't. The fights can't get made. So now I think this fight with Tank Davis is, you know, easy fight to get made, and that's why I want to go against him and prove the fans that I'm not scared of nobody and I'm here to fight the best. And no matter what the outcome is, I'm gonna go out there and give my best and try to get the victory.
How difficult of a fight is it style-wise, and when you like look at him as a fighter trying to find like weaknesses and stuff like that?
You know, he is really skillful. You know, he's right there. He's trying to look for that one punch knockout, but you know, we're gonna be smart. We're gonna train in camp. Really, we're gonna be try to fight sparring partners that kind of have his style, that are like really skillful, fast, and with power, so that right here we could work on those things and avoid those punches, avoid those big punches. And I think that with my pressure, you know, he's never had a fighter being on top of him, pressuring, throwing out punches. I think that's going to throw him off and might be a big influence in the fight.
We've seen you box more lately in like this later part of your career as opposed to before. Is that something like you want to keep on doing? Is the just boxing being more conservative, even though you still have your volume, but you're not as you were like before in terms of like pressure all the time and like brawling and all that?
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. You know, that's what we're trying to do more. We're getting older, and my body's getting more tired. So I think, you know.
Wait, you really feel it now?
Yeah, I feel it. I feel that my body, you know, a little bit like when I come in training, it feels a little bit more tired and stuff like that. But you know, it's just the age. You know, I'm getting older, and my dad say that, you know, we could use our distance. We're taller than, we have longer reach than Gervonta Davis. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, you know, try to use our distance, keep it from the outside, not get caught with those big punches. But if not, we're gonna try a little bit of both. You know, I'm gonna try to pressure him, just try to stay on top of him. You know, throwing punches. But if not, that's not working, we're gonna use our distance. Whatever works and it makes the fight easier for us, that's what we're gonna do.
You gotta use the ice baths, man, so you're not sore.
I know, yeah,
but those suck.
Yeah, we're gonna use that. We're gonna do everything for this camp. You know, we're gonna do everything we could so we could go 100%. The body could feel good and the camp could go great.
The fight, weight-wise, what is it gonna be at?
They're saying 130. Yeah, that's what I asked, and I said if the fight at 135, I don't care. I'll go up to 135, but I think they said 130, so it's gonna be 130.
The last fight that you had was at 130. Yeah, how'd you feel your like power was at 130, and also like your size, the way you were able to command your presence in there?
Well, right here in the gym, I was feeling great. You know, I was feeling stronger. My sparring partners were saying that I felt stronger than any other time, you know, because I've been having kind of my same sparringers. And they say that this camp, they felt me the strongest, that I do feel stronger and everything, and that was looking better. But then, and I did feel better too. I felt better. I felt stronger and everything. But the fight day, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the power because I don't know if you heard, but I got sick. Like 1 week before the fight, I got fever for 3 days. I got a cold, and even on the fight week, I was still kind of, you know, sick. I was taking medicine and stuff, but I still went and fight. I still went and took the fight, and I know I wasn't gonna be, but I still wanted to go out there and perform, and I did what I could. But I didn't feel strong. The truth, I didn't feel as strong as I was feeling here in camp. Yeah.
How do you deal with that? Like, I always wonder, like, you guys as fighters are very in tune with your bodies. Like, you know, like if something's wrong or something feels off. So like when you get sick, like what goes on like mentally, like through your minds, like when that happens?
No, it's worriness. You know, you get worried. You're like just thinking, oh, am I gonna go out there and do a good fight? Am I gonna be able to perform like I want to? And just things that going through your head. But then I say, you know, I just put everything in God's hands. You know, I pray to God that to make me feel good and to go out there and give a great fight, and that's what I do. You know, I put everything in God's hand and I focus in the fight.
You know, Tank had the fight against Gamboa, and a lot of people felt that he should have just knocked him out given Gamboa's injury. What'd you think of how he performed that night?
Yeah, no, I also thought that he was going to knock him out in maybe 3 rounds, 4 rounds. I thought he was going to knock him out. But, you know, I think Gamboa's experience is what made the difference. You know, his experience, he knows how to survive. And also, you know, Gervonta was trying to probably knock him out, that he got frustrated, he couldn't knock him out. And I think that's what made him go 11 rounds. And, you know, because sometimes when you get frustrated, you can't do what you want to do, and it plays, you know, in your favor. Yeah.
A lot of people criticize his performance and said like, hey, you know, like you're supposed to blow out a guy that's like on the bad end of his career, like he's not taking it seriously, he's not taking his training seriously. And then with the incident that happened with the baby mama, the video and all that, like what do you make when you hear about all that and the incident that happened and all that?
No, it's bad, you know, because, you know, I have a big fight that it could get made between me and him, and with him doing those things, the fight could fall off because, you know, he could. I don't know if he could. I don't know if it's. I heard that he went and turned himself in. I don't know if he's in jail right now or nothing, or I don't know if the fight, because of that, it could be in jeopardy or something like that. So it's, you know, hearing those things, it sucks because, you know, then if the fight does happen, if I beat him, then they could bring excuses that, oh, he wasn't 100% there, that he lost because of the other things we were going through. So I want him to come 100%. I want all the distraction stuff to go away, and so we will both be 100% and give a great fight.
You worried that the fight might fall through because of that incident?
Yeah, I am, because, you know, sometimes he has to go to court, or they might not let him fight because he has to go through all those stuff first. And, you know, that's a big fight. But if, like I said, if the fight falls off, there are big names. You know, Gary Russell, he just won. that'll be another great fight. And Joseph Diaz, he calling me out. He became.
He wants to fight you at the Staples Center, right?
Yeah, he wants to fight me right there. And if there's other big fights that could get made too, but I want the Gervonta fight first. Yeah.
So Garry fought over the weekend.
Yes.
What'd you make of how he fought against King Tug?
He did a good fight, but I didn't see his power in this time. I don't know why, but I think that he was just throwing his speed. He was throwing fast punches and everything, but you couldn't see the power. He was just like tapping, but he's a great fighter. I always said it. He's a great fighter. He's really good, skillful, and he has speed. And he does have power too, but this fight, I don't know why it didn't show. It didn't show, and but rather than that, he looked great. Yeah.
So you guys have been calling each other out for like 2-3 years now. So what's has stopped the fight? Like, has anything ever been offered to you? Have you ever called Al and be like, hey Al, I just want the fight, do whatever it can to make the fight? What's stopping it?
The truth, I don't know what's stopping it. I don't know if they don't come to an agreement. I don't know if he wants too much money or something. I don't know. But because I have told my manager, I have told my team, hey, I want that fight, and they say they're gonna talk, but at the end, it don't come along. I don't know why, but from my side, he beat me in the amateurs. I want to get that thing out of my chest and fight him again and try to get revenge. Yeah.
So you tell your management, I want the fight, and they go and they approach their team. Yeah. And do you think you have a feeling that it is money? That it's just financial?
Yeah, it could be that because maybe they want too much money or something. I don't know what it is, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know what else could happen.
Fans speculate online all the time, and they say what you mentioned, Leo's afraid to fight a guy that could potentially beat him. Da 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 da.
Yeah, no. If they would be in my shoes, like I said, if the fans would be in my shoes, they will understand because it's not just up to us fighters to make the fight. We have to go through a team, then they go through another people, and it goes back and forth. And it's really hard to just make fights and not be in our shoes. Yeah.
Was it ever very close to be made? Did you guys ever get to a point where you thought I think we're there, where it's gonna happen?
Yeah, I thought I thought the fight against me and him was gonna happen after. I think the Rivera fight. I think that was gonna happen, me and Gary Russell, but I don't know what happened. It didn't come out, but this other opportunity came to go up to 130 and look for another title, and I took it. Yeah.
Another interesting fight that I think would be good because the first two fights that you had were great. Abner, would you consider maybe having a rubber match with Abner Mars again?
Yeah, of course. I'm always up to whatever the fans want. I'm here to please the fans, to entertain them, and as long as they're happy, I'm happy. I'll fight whoever. Mattis, Frampton, the third fight too. People have been saying that they want the rubber match.
Yeah, I want to see that fight too.
Me too. I would like to.
Honestly, I'm surprised that it never happened because you guys are 1-1.
Yeah, we're 1-1, and we want to get that to see who's the best. So the third fight, but see, he's with Top Rank now, so I don't know if it's gonna be.
We're seeing Wilder and Fury happen.
Yeah, so hopefully, and after this fight, hopefully they could make it. So it'll be great. Yeah.
Speaking of Wilder and Fury, who are you picking in that fight? How do you see it?
I think it's gonna be a great fight. Fury probably is gonna, do good the first few rounds, but as soon as Wilder catches him, he's gonna hurt him, and I think knock him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like the Ortiz fight, where Fury is boxing, doing his thing, and then out of nowhere?
Yep. I see it almost kind of exactly the same. Fury, he's gonna go out there. Well, he has the air. He's gonna be boxing good and moving good, but as soon as he gets tired and he gets comfortable, he's gonna get caught. Yeah.
Or Tyson Fury just outboxes him and just box and is slipping well, and could be a boring fight.
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen because Fury, he's a tough fighter. He showed that he's a great fighter and everything. But this last fight, he was getting cut. I saw him. He got a big cut and everything. So I think if he does that, he fights the same way that he fought, I think he's gonna get caught. Yeah.
He's saying knockout, that he's been training to stay in the pocket and knock Wilder out. Is that smart for to fight a guy on the inside like that can punch so hard?
No. No, I don't think that's a great plan. Fury's plan, he's supposed to box him. He has good footwork. He moves really good, and he throws his punches. And I think that's how he should fight. From the outside, move all the time, not stay in pocket, because Wilder can punch. If he catches him, that's it. Yeah. So I don't think that's a great plan. No.
Well, that's what he's saying. I don't know. A lot of when he said it to us, we're kind of like, well, why? And he said, I can't get a decision in the U.S. Like he felt that he won the first fight, and he's like, dude, I won the first fight, and they didn't give it to me, so I have to go in there and make it ugly and knock this guy out.
Yeah, no, if he does fight like that, for sure the fight's not going. Either he knocks him out or he's gonna get knocked out. But yeah, it won't go decision.
Well, it's good for us. We got to watch a cool knockout.
Yeah, I know that's what the fans want. They want to see a knockout, explosion, and I think that's what they're gonna get. Yeah.
Now, looking at you, you got your first title at 118. Yes. Now you're here at 130. Yeah. Can you go up another weight division? You're already 4-weight world champion. Is 5 possible, you think?
Yeah, it's really possible. That's something that I need to talk to my dad. But 135 is really possible. I walk around 140 something, so I think 135 I won't be giving that much advantage, because fighters that fight 135 they go up to like 150, I think. Under me, I'll go 140 something. So I think it's something out there that we could go and hopefully try to become 5 division, something that is gonna keep my name growing and put it up there with all the big names, and that's what I want.
I'm trying to think like the other 5 division world champions. Off the top of my head, I only know Floyd, Oscar, Manny, Ray Leonard. I don't know if Duran. I think Duran was 4. I don't know if he was 5, and Hearns, I think. Yeah, so you would be an elite company if you're able to do that.
And that would be like a dream come true, to be out there with those big, and like now that you're saying it, that might be a challenge I might take. Yeah, and try to accomplish it.
Just convinced you.
Yeah, they didn't make me realize right now that there are not that many champions. Like right now.
There's a lot at 4, but not at 5. 5 is hard.
Yeah, 5 is hard, so we're gonna go for it then. Hopefully.
Well, the guys at 35 is just Lomachenko and Teofimo and Devin Haney. Good, solid guys too.
They are. But hey, nothing's impossible. Yeah. We could go and we'll try it.
So targeting May. Don't know an exact date. Somewhere around in May. Then you think like the middle of May, later of May.
I think maybe the middle of May. Yeah, we were hoping to fight like on the Cinco de Mayo for all my people, Mexican. But if Canelo might take that date, so if he doesn't take it, hopefully us. If not, maybe we'll be happy with the middle of May. Yeah.
All right, Leo, thank you so much. It's good catching up with you, man. I hope you enjoyed your holidays as well. Leo Santa Cruz here with me, Marcos Villegas, for Fight Up TV. Thank you guys all for watching.